Hey y'all, this is June 6th. No, yes. This is June 16th, the middle of June, y'all. Where is it going? About 1:30 here in Alabama. And welcome to Hurry With Me, Becky's makeup channel, sharing recipes, stuff about animals, stuff about gardening if you're new here today. For you ladies that's been with me for a while, hello. And I don't know why I don't just get situated before I even start this. There. Okay, I'm not really rushed today, so this may be a long one, y'all. So get your coffee, get your snacks or whatever, and enjoy it. And Cynthia, maybe you're sitting in your kitchen watching me on your TV, and if you are, hey Cynthia, hey Arlene, y'all, I don't try to leave anybody else. I don't try to leave anyone out. But y'all know who you are, and hey to the rest of y'all that I didn't actually name. I have some good news, and I have a little bit of bad news. I will save the good news for last, okay? So, for starters, we're all good here. And if y'all saw anything on the news concerning weather or whatnot, here in Alabama, we for a lot of us here, we had some rough weather Wednesday. And they claimed it was straight line winds. Some people say it was a tornado. From the looks of what I witnessed, it looked like a freaking tornado. Because straight line winds are straight line winds, right? It's not when you're looking out and everything's going. No, that's what tornadoes do. So it's still up for debate as to what it actually was. But Ron didn't have to work Wednesday, and so he was here, and we had done some things around the house. The weather wasn't really doing anything. Cloudy, yes. And he decides he's going to go lay down and take a nap after we get done with lunch. And I'm working in my kitchen thinking, yeah, I'm going to get a lot done here today. And just like out of the blue, I'm looking out and it's just all over the place, and it just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And I'm like, usually I don't get my feathers ruffled when we're having weather kind of like that, because I'm used to it. 57 years here in Alabama, and the vicinity I live in is known as Tornado Alley. Okay, so it didn't look like it was going to get any better, and I went back there and come back here and tell Ron, you might want to get up and come take a gander at this out here. And he's not used to this kind of weather. He said, do you think we need to go down the basement? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. So our power ends up going off about 12 o'clock. And anyway, the storm passed. Thank the good Lord. No one was hurt here. There was some damage. Nothing on our property except for a bit of debris from, twigs, pieces of the trees falling out in the yard. But other than that, we were good. But after it, and this is a crazy thing, y'all. After it passed, probably less than an hour after it passed, the sun came out, the skies were as blue, just an absolutely beautiful day. You would have never known anything had happened an hour ago, because it was black as night out there. But anyway, we went, because, the power's out, so I'm like, let's just go drive around and see what's happened here. And oh my gosh, there was trees uprooted all over the place, power lines down, a couple of trees had fallen on some of the front of people's houses. It was a mess, and they're still cleaning up from it, and this is Friday. So that was Wednesday. And, you know, I hate missing church. And, but it was Wednesday, and we came on back to the house, power's still off. And oh, while we were out, one of our neighbors told us that, well, we've heard that we may not have power for another 24 hours. I'm like, ooh, we better go round up some ice and pull out the coolers and start doing what we can to take care of the stuff in the freezers and refrigerators. And then Ron says, you know what we probably should do is just go get a generator. I'm like, ugh, the cost of one. But then again, you're thinking about the cost that's in your refrigerators and your freezers. And I'm like, yeah. So we rode up the road, went and got a generator. And it was probably about 5:30 when we were heading up there. And he said, you think we're going to be back in time from church? I'm like, the way it's looking, I don't think so. So we got that. Anyway, long story short, we didn't get back to the house till about 7. But to our surprise, the power was back on. I'm like, thank you, Lord. Thank you for that. I could be putting on my makeup while I'm talking here. Y'all know how I am. So, talking about makeup for a second, and we'll just put that little story on hold. I already have a moisturizer on my face, which I do every time I get out of the shower. And I'm not a high-end person, and I'm saying this, y'all, for the new people here. I'm not a high-end person when it comes to makeup, really to hardly anything. But while we're discussing makeup, if you see me use a high-end product, such as this little thing right here, either someone more than likely gave it to me, like my daughter gave me this. So I will start with some concealer under my eyes to try to erase as much as I can of that. So I'm gonna get this on and smear that in. Okay, think. So we were all good with the storm and all that. We got past that, and all's good there. Right now, it's been overcast, and got out there in the garden and pulled another basket of green beans and some squash and zucchini, sweet peas. Thanking the Lord for every basket I bring back in the house. That's so rewarding, y'all. If you've never had a garden, I would encourage you just to have a little small one. I know it's kind of late in the season, but I think if you started just a few little things, you'd probably still come up with something before it all passes. I don't know who you are, scammer, in that call. Talk about scams. That just sidetracked me. I get at least 10 a day. I wish there was a way to stop that. Now, Milani. I use Milani Light Beige. I didn't have to look, y'all. Be proud of me. I didn't have to look at the name. I was right, wasn't I? Yeah, Light Beige. I use a sponge. I have yet to go out and buy more makeup brushes. I don't know at this point if I ever will, because I really like the sponge. I would just put like 2 little squirts on my sponge. And just go dab it in. And then start blending it in. So that was Wednesday. This is Friday, yeah. Well, the next day, I had 2 things to do. First thing in the morning, I had to have Allie at the place to get her fixed. My cat that just had kittens back in March. Because I didn't want to have to go through another litter of kittens. You know, the shelters, the Humane Society, the rescues, they're jam-packed full of kittens and puppies. So if y'all are considering kittens or puppies, please go to the shelter. You know, there's a lot of sweet little animals in there that are wanting a good home. Okay, so had to have Ellie there at 7:30 in the morning, and they said she would be ready to pick up 4 o'clock that afternoon, yesterday afternoon. Well, I had a house to clean up at the lake. Oops. And I really thought I would have been back here to the house in time to be able to go pick Allie up myself. Well, long story short, it took me a little bit longer on the cleaning than I thought. So I call Ron and I tell him, look, I don't think I'm gonna be back at the house in time to go pick up Allie. You're gonna have to go do it. So he says, no problem, I'll go do it. And so I get finished with the house and I'm heading home. And I call Ron on the way. And I asked him, I said, well, have you gotten Allie yet? Because I knew it was right around that time. He says, well, I've just pulled in here. They brought me the paperwork. And they said Allie was pregnant on her 2nd trimester. And I said, and? He says, well, they did the procedure to fix her. And y'all read between the lines. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And they went on ahead with it? Yeah, they did. I was sickened and I was disgusted. No, don't get me wrong. Had I known she was in that condition, I would not have taken her that. I would have just dealt with the situation. I was sickened. I said, they didn't try to call me. They didn't notify me in any form or fashion. And they went on ahead and took my kitty cat's kittens without my consent. I was livid and sickened at the same time. I am no more for that than I am for humans, if y'all get my drift. That was a bad part, y'all. And I cried when he brought her home. And I just looked at her and I'm like, you pitiful little thing. Not only did she go through the procedure of getting fixed, but the other part. And I cried. It just broke my heart. So, mark my words, believe me, if baby turns out to be a female, which I think she is, but Sarah's saying, Mom, I think that's a male. But she's calico. Most calicos are females. I'll make dadgum sure that won't be the case with her if I do decide to get her fixed. And now that's a big question right now. But anyways. What else? So I've only gotten 2 steps done on this makeup and been here 15 minutes. Okay. And for you new people, this looks extremely white in this camera. If you could see how it looks in person, in real life, it's not that white. Okay. So we got that done. Now I'm going to put my blush on, which is this little thing right here. I really like it. And it did come from Ulta, but it's a cheapie from Ulta, but I still like it. It's called Essence Baby Got Blush. I just go over my cheekbones. And I'm still smelling bazooka. Go over the cheekbones, and then I'll just get a little wedge and go back in and dab it in. Okay, all these little wedges, and there it is. There it is. Just a little wedge right here, and just dab it in. Okay, and because I have been a little bit more busy today than normal, cleaning house and doing all that I had to do in the storm, and I really have not had a chance to do a video until today. But I have been noticing the notifications where y'all text and say stuff, and I think it was Cynthia that mentioned yesterday or day before, Becky, day before yesterday, she said, "Hey Becky, you got 94 subscribers." She said, "You're getting closer to 100. And I'm like, yeah, I know, that's good, that's real good. And I told her too, and if y'all read the text, y'all saw what I told her, but this is what I said. I said, well, I'm just hoping that maybe this time, if I get to 100 and I can continue to do the lives, I won't have the problem that I had with the first channel where everybody got shut down." This is CoverGirl 110, if anybody's curious. So, I had a little brainstorm before I got in the shower. So, I messaged I say 5, actually 6, because I messaged my daughters, and I called them. I said, listen, and I added 2 other friends, maybe 3 other friends on this group text. And I said, y'all, and I sent out one of my videos, the video that I did, the Mexican casserole. And I said, y'all, share this with your friends and your co-workers. I said, all I want to do is get the number up to 100. I said, I'm at 94 right now. Okay, I do take a little longer in the shower than Elvis does, but I really wasn't in there more than 15 minutes. When I got in the shower, y'all, it was at 94. When I got out of the shower, it was 102. So that's the good news. I've made it to 100. So I just want to give y'all heads up. So I will be trying to do a live here really soon. So hit the notification button if you want to be notified about that. And we'll see if we can make it happen again. Because I'm just, again, hoping that, what did I do with that? That little blush. I just had it. I just used it. How do you put something down? I mean, I know it's right under my nose. What did I do with it? I'm sorry, y'all. I just had it in my hand. I just used that little thing of blush. Oh, there it is. Because I don't only use this on my cheeks, I also use it as lipstick. Because I like the color. I like that. It's just a soft pink. I like it. And then just to give it a little bit more shimmer, I go back over it with this little Nivea shimmer is what it's called. I still haven't gotten the second one of these, but I need to. This is the one that had been in my car, and obviously the Alabama heat didn't ruin it. And I'm going to try not to leave it in my car. Okay, now eyeshadow. Eyeshadow. Let me get... Oh, goodness gracious. Here's another old cheap palette. But I'm going to choose a color out of it. This is what it looks like. There's no telling how old this thing is. It probably came in one of the girls' makeup gift things, probably a couple of years ago. but I don't throw makeup out. I should, but I don't. And these are the crazy colors in here. I'm getting rid of these old brushes because they're in here, and who uses these kind of brushes anymore? Okay, now those are the colors in this little palette. And I'm going to get this little thing right here that I told y'all, I call it a little detail brush. It's just flat. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'll do like, maybe, I think I've seen Rose do this. Flat and like that. So, there, Jamie. Okay, it's got a pretty purple in here, and because I kind of like got purple on right now, I'm going to go with some of these purples here. I'm going to try with this one right here. It's really pretty. I just come down here to the corner of my eye. And do this. And then I just go into the crease. Okay. I hope you do not hear my daughter out there. She is bathing her golden retriever, and he likes to play while she likes to bathe. And so if you're hearing stop and no, and it sounds like it's pouring down rain out there, that's what's going on. And I hope that's all y'all hear. Okay. Okay. And then I'll also come back and go under the bottom portion of my eyelid and just try to connect the colors right here. That's just pretty bold, and I don't want to, yes, I'm an 80s baby, but I'm probably going to go back in here and tone the purple down a little bit. Okay. Bring it up a little bit. Honey, quit. Honey, quit. The other brush. No, that's, yep, no, that's not it. Where's my other brush? One of these days, and I know I'm not the only one because I was watching Judy last night, and she can't keep up with her brushes either, so it's not just me. I think none of it's, I'm gonna get me just another coffee cup back here because I keep my coffee cups, pencils, etc. in this. Just in case you wanted to know. Now there's a light purple right there that I'm going to go in and get. And I'm going to come back in here and start toning this down. And y'all see? This is, like I said, you think I'm kidding. This palette right here is at least 5 years old. Probably older. And I know it was cheap because I probably bought it for them. It lasts. And it's good. And that's why I just can't bring myself to pay big dollars for something like this that I probably paid less than $5 for. Y'all can call me cheap. I don't care. I really don't care. But if it works, it works. That's all that matters. But I'm not, again, don't get me wrong. If y'all like those kind of palettes, go buy them. Enjoy them. This is just me. I'm not being ugly to anybody that buys the other stuff. That's just me. Okay. We've all got our things that we like more than some people do, others, and that's okay. And it does take a second. You have to work with it to get it blended in, but once you get it blended in, it's good. Okay, towels falling. Taking a station break. Okay. Oh, goodness, there. Okay, you bend over and then your nose pours. Take care of that. Okay. All right. Where was I? Oh, finish blending in this. Y'all, you let me forget. Y'all already, you ladies that's been here for a while, y'all know what I've already forgotten. Uh-huh. Y'all know what I forgot. This. Usually, and it's not at this point, it doesn't matter. Usually I do this before I do my eyeshadow. I will come up here on that brow bone and go ahead and put that highlighter up there. And then go over the cheeks a little bit with it. That's all right. It's okay. Okay. And I'll just to make sure, okay. There we go. I'm just gonna use a brown today. This is a Rimmel, I think. The Rimmel pencil. Okay, did I not have it up all the way? Try it again. Elvis is gonna be home before I get done putting my makeup on. My plans were to be doing my errands by 12 o'clock, y'all. It's almost 2. That's okay. That's all right. Because on a good note, for the first time ever, my son calls me this morning and says, Mom, you and Ron want to come down for supper? And I'm like, what we having? And yeah. And he told me what we're having. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to cook. Yeah, I'll come down for supper, sure. And he and my other 2 sons live together. All 3 of them, of course, are single. And he's trying to start cooking a little bit more instead of ordering out all the time. I've been telling him, said, son, you would save yourself so much money if you would quit eating out breakfast, lunch, and supper. You can't tell him anything. But maybe, just maybe, he's going to listen. Not only is it saves you money, it's so much better for you than what you get out in these fast food restaurants. And another thing, he He does landscaping work. And so yesterday, day before yesterday, okay, y'all, now do you see why I use it on the water line? That just looks like, again, a basset hound, unless I come back in and I close it up. So, he said one of his customers sent home with him a bag of zucchini, squash, green beans, carrots, practically everything I got in my garden, but tomatoes. He named 2 or 3 other things. I'm like, and I said, are you going to bring it up here? I said, because if it stays down there, it's going to go bad. And he says, no, actually, I think I'm going to take it to the house and try to cook it. I'm like, okay, I'll help you out if you need to know how to cook something. So that's going to be part of the meal tonight, or those veggies. So Mama is going to get down there to give a helping hand. So it's all good. It's all good. In here. Now my eyes are wanting to water. Before I even put the primer and the mascara on. And if I didn't tell y'all, I know 1 or 2 of you ladies have already told me that y'all got me some of this. It's wonderful. And I'm pretty sure Beth told me she got this. It's Revlon Go Fierce. It's good. It sticks on, it lasts, and it's good. 31 minutes. And I'm trying to hurry, but not hurry, because I should have already been out by now. I've got to go by and see my oldest daughter, because her hubby and in-laws are about to go tour Europe. Chance of a lifetime. In a lifetime. And she's going to be gone a couple of weeks. So, I want to go by and see her before she takes her trip. Look at that. Look at that. Kleenex go. My eyes, they're watering. I have only been out of the country once, and that was back when I was like 76. I think I was 10. And we drove from Alabama all the way down to Mexico City. That was quite the trip. Drove from Alabama to Mexico City. Saw some things I've never seen before and still haven't seen. Like you go down, it looks like you're driving through the desert, and there's kids on the side of them. This was, of course, y'all, I was 10, so 10, this was 47 years ago, and I bet not much has changed. You're going down there, and you're passing, it looks like you're driving in the middle of the desert, and you don't see anything but cactuses and these adobe houses, if that's what you call it, and they're really not houses, they're shacks. And the next thing you see are 2 little kids standing, and pitiful, orphan-looking little kids, and they're holding something by a tail on the side of the road, and there's no one around. I'm like, where do those kids come from? And I asked my stepdad, what are they holding? And he said it was kind of like a lizard rat or something like that. It was different. Like, they really think somebody's going to buy that? I mean, are they trying to sell it as a pet or as food? They have pitiful conditions down there. So that's what I remember about Mexico. And I said, and then some really pitiful situation, lifestyle. Makes you thankful for what you got when you see things like that. Very thankful for what you got, because that I won't ever forget that. You know, my biggest question outside of what kind of animal is that, where did those kids come from? Because y'all, we, like I said, I know I've said it already, we were in the middle of this just long road, and there were no houses, no businesses, nothing around, and there's just two kids standing there on the side of the road. I mean, like little kids, like I was at the time, 8, 9, 10 years old. Oh, okay. If I didn't say it, the primer was L'Oreal also, and this is also L'Oreal, and this is good stuff. I've said it before on other videos, and I'll probably say it 100 more times. I wish I could find a mascara, and I know some of y'all have suggested to me, but I wish I could just go out there and find a mascara that you could get this kind of result without it being a 2-step process. Oh, and I think it might have been, it was either Diana or Cece the other day asked, would I please do a hair tutorial? Y'all, I don't do anything to my hair for the most part except wash it and dry it and straighten it with a brush. I don't know what else to tell you. That's all I do. And every other blue moon or so, like on a Sunday, I'll use hot rollers. But for the most part, I wear my hair straight. Straight down or up in a ponytail and a ball cap. And unless it's a special event, like a wedding or something like that, then I'll roll it probably with hot rollers. But I can get around to doing that too. But anyways, y'all, this is, again, I think I've hit the record. I'm at 38 minutes here, and I think I've said enough. So I'm just sitting here. Okay, say goodbye, Becky. Goodbye, Becky. I meant goodbye, y'all. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Jim Bob. And I don't know when y'all see this. Maybe you'll see it today. This is, again, it's June 16th. June 16th at about 5 after 7. Oh, 2. It's 5 after 2, y'all. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification button, you girls.